What is up, everyone? Nick here. Welcome to the show if you're new. Thanks for coming back if you are not. If you have tuned into my channel before, you will know I strictly focus on transformative disruption, new and exciting companies forging their own path, moving into the future, and mending the landscape to ultimately form their own niche. This is how we've defined a strong past yield and beaten the overall market. The world and our eating and lifestyle habits are rapidly changing. In the wake of the obesity crisis and mounting food-based health impacts surging throughout much of the world, there has been a precedence imposed on healthy eating and nutrition to combat this. Yet, the simple and sad reality for many consumers is that they simply cannot find the time or the right products to maintain a healthy and plant-based diet. Eating healthy can be challenging, and the consumer thus resorts to the quick and easy, cheap junk food and fast food. And it's not because they seek it out specifically, however, because it's often easy and comforting. Enter the company of today's episode, Boosh. They are changing the game and are attempting to revolutionize an entire industry, and investors are catching on quickly. Newly listed on the stock market, their stock price has been surging as of late, up more than 34% in just the past month of trading alone. Let's see why exactly they're on this rocket ride and where they could ultimately land. This one's going to be a fun one. Before we get to it today, make sure to always come to your own conclusions, formulate your own decisions, and do your own due diligence. I am not a financial advisor, and this video should be used for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer, this is a sponsored video. Gather as much information as you can before allocating capital on the stock market. Alright folks, let's dive right in. So the fascinating company of today's episode is called Boosh Plant-Based Brands Incorporated, newly trading on the OTC markets under ticker symbol VGGIF. They were founded just in 2017 by the legendary Connie Marples in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. So who exactly is Boosh and where do they see their company moving in the next few years? Well, let me set the stage. Boosh realized very early on that people inherently do want to enjoy a healthy, balanced, and plant-based diet. However, much of the time, healthy foods are simply not accessible to the same degree that junk food and fast food are. People want comfort food at the end of a hard day's work and will often pass up on the veggies for the cheap slice of pizza. I am guilty of this myself. Boosh recognized that this gap lay at the foundation of the food sector across North America and set off to do something about it. Now, what they are doing is bringing comfort eating to the plant-based revolution in a healthy way for the consumer and the planet. This is exactly what people have been searching for, yet don't have easy access to. High quality, non-GMO, gluten-free, and yes, 100% plant-based nutritional comfort food. Boosh is on a mission to make plant-based food more accessible, more convenient, and more delicious. We have witnessed the recent epic rise of many other plant-based products taking the world by storm. Companies in the meat and dairy alternative space have shot into the stratosphere, rapidly becoming multi-billion-dollar behemoths. This uprising is happening right now as increased attention is being placed on the global climate crisis and what the future of eating will look like. Investors watching this change happen are hastily securing positions in promising, newly listed plant-based companies with much lower market capitalizations to maximize their future potential yield. Boosh, with a market cap of just 15 million, holds incredible potential in the coming years, being one of the early pioneers in the plant-based space. Now, what I personally think Boosh is doing exceptionally well is bridging the gap between healthy foods and ease of acquirement. A main factor that lies between consumers actually eating a healthy diet and not is simply access. Boosh strategically set out to distribute 6 different 100% plant-based frozen meals which are currently being sold throughout Canada. We have seen the rapid adoption of prepared meals. Many people are working long hours and simply want an easy, ready-to-go meal, and they want that meal to be healthy. And here it is, finally. Boosh recently signed an agreement with VEGI Holdings Limited to commence home delivery services throughout Canada and the US just this month. I think this is huge for the company as they are moving with the time and the trends of eating and home delivery. Now, warning, if you're hungry right now, this may make you salivate. Boosh's frozen meals really have an incredible variety. They include bolognese, a coconut curry bowl, mac and cheese, a Mexican fiesta bowl, pot pie, and shepherd's pie, prepared in alliance with Beyond Meat. plant. They also expanded their meals to include 3 refrigerated products as well, including mushroom gravy, sloppy joe, and chili just launched onto the shelves this past summer. Now, what's really important here, and I think this is a point not being discussed nearly enough, is that all of these meals are truly traditional, tasty comfort foods. Eating a healthy, plant-based diet does not equate to sacrificing on taste or comfort, nor should it, and I think this is an area the Boosh is really doing an exceptional job honing in on. I've seen other plant-based foods that are great in their own respect, however, they have not been able to deliver on comfort foods, and I think this is a great niche for Boosh to eat up, no pun intended, and a great way for people who wouldn't otherwise move into the plant-based space. There is an expected $1 trillion shift away from animal-based proteins to plant-based proteins, and Boosh is positioning themselves ahead of this curve. They are aiming to be one of the disruptive leaders in this space with a massive downstream potential. They are making aggressive and fast moves on the market, crucial for growth companies. In just the short span of 18 months, the company has already established distribution to over 375 notable retailers. They have introduced award-winning products. They have placed 6 nutritionally balanced plant-based frozen meals on shelves and introduced 3 plant-based heat and eat refrigerated meals. It really is an exciting time for the company and for shareholders. UBS projects that the plant-based food industry could skyrocket from $5 billion to potentially $85 billion in less than a decade. More and more consumers, harnessed with increased access to information, are making the shift from animal-based protein to plant-based protein, and companies like Boosh are really helping facilitate this process. In comparison to their competitors, they are really checking off all the right boxes. Unlike competition, they are all of 100% vegan, 100% gluten-free, family-sized, non-GMO, competitively priced, a Canadian company, and available nationwide throughout UNFI. This is exactly what is making Boosh a disruptor. They are, in my opinion, doing the job better than the rest and changing the game. Canada is also a great place for the company to grow. Canada is inherently a global leader in plant protein, especially on the West Coast. Furthermore, Boosh recently signed a broker agreement with Thrive, allowing all of their products to be sold in the US as of September 2021. Now let's move into some stats. As I previously stated, they are now DTC eligible, allowing a greater investor pool and streamlining purchasing of VGGIF. They are currently sitting just under $1 USD, 96 cents. They have a market capitalization of $15.42 million, so lots of room to run. As I previously mentioned, their stock has been surging as of late, up more than 34% in just the past month of trading alone. This really is incredible movement. They have an extremely conservative capitalization table with only around 16 million shares outstanding and approximately 1,200 existing shareholders. The team leading the charge at Boosh is armed with extensive knowledge and expertise in the industry. Boosh's CEO, director, and chairman is Jim Pakulis, with over 3 decades of experience working with public and private enterprises. He has previously served as CEO in one of the largest vertically integrated cannabis-focused facilities in California. He is a skilled leader, negotiator, and consensus builder, and I really like his direction for the company. The previously mentioned Connie Marples is the company's founder, director, and president. She is a seasoned exec and entrepreneur with an emphasis in the food and beverage industry. She has held several senior management positions in sales, promotions marketing, and fine dining. She really is the driving force of this company. Maria Husseini is the company's director and CFO, Jim Kavanaugh a consultant, Ali Samai a consultant, and their newest addition, Dave Richardson, has recently agreed to become a special advisor to the company. He has extensive background in assisting emerging growth companies in numerous industries, including the plant-based food sector. We really are witnessing the rapid transformation of the food industry before our eyes, and I do think Boosh is harnessing this change and positioning themselves for the future while carving out their own niche. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on this disruptor in the coming months. I will have a follow-up video to be released in a few days, really looking at a deeper look into the company and diving into some macroeconomics that could drive the success of this company in the coming years, so make sure you subscribe. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. See you all in the next video. Take care, happy trading, cheers.